This shorty is an overview of how to make some quick, scaled models of construction equipment and these machines. The key is to make them as simple as possible so that they demand a minimal amount of memory. First, you scan in the manufacturer specifications for the machine, and these specifications are found on almost every catalog for this equipment. It'll give dimensions. This is exactly like bringing in a site plan and pulling up a building. We're going to scale this, and again, take a look at our book 3D Construction Modeling to learn how to do this. Basically, we're going to scale this, input the actual dimension, zoom out. We know then this is to scale. I'm going to tilt this up so that I can extrude pieces off of it. I left a copy of the original as a floor plan or as a plan for the actual piece of equipment. The first thing to do is to zoom in and roughly align the elevation in the plan. Important is that as you fabricate each piece, you make it a component. You can leave these in the rough massing state until you come back later to finish them up and add more detail. You can also resize them later. When we're done, it looks something like this. Notice I'm only extruding 1/2 of the Telelifter at this time. I want to make sure to include a handle that gives me the center of this circle. That way I can move that telescoping arm in with some precision. I also included a tank on the undercarriage that I saw in a photograph for this particular piece of equipment. I now have half the body in place. To make that a full body, I'm just going to mirror that portion of the object or the machine. Start by making a copy. Then grab the copy section tool and push it to -1. This again is in our 3D modeling book. It's also on the SketchUp website, so you can see tutorial or more detailed or slower tutorials there. The object really is to make sure that you keep things simple as possible. To do that, I'm going to hide these and extrude the telescoping arm. We see the length. Use a rectangle tool and modify it later. I've used the arc tool to make this radius, inserted a circle, have a handle that's going to match the handle on the spindle. On the opposite end, I've constructed an inside tube using the offset tool. This portion of the arm wasn't very detailed in the actual drawing, so I went to the photograph for the piece of equipment to make a rough copy. Again, notice the handle so that I can rotate this arm separate from the actual telescoping arm. You can make the bucket as a mirrored component or as a single piece. Once you have all of the pieces, it's a matter of just putting it all together. To operate the arm, select the pieces, rotate tool, grab a handle. Be sure to rotate to a known angle. so that you can remember to counter-rotate the other objects. The extension of the telescoping arm or the retraction, again, just remember the distance so you can move the bucket into place. Use the edge of the telescoping arm to actually measure that distance. And to move the bucket back into place, the same distance. The result is a very simple and very quick construction machine that you can use for simulations.